Yo, yo, yo! What it do though? Y'all know who it is. This your boy AJ of that Deep Thought. I'm back at it again, once again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, say, man. How y'all doing, YouTube? This your boy. I'm back at it again with a brand new video, man. I want to talk about this story. It's two stories I want to talk about today. They are going viral on the internet. The first story is about a young lady out of California. She won first place track and field. She celebrated, and they got mad at her and disqualified her. Meanwhile, in this other story, one of the first ever trans women competed in two women's track and field events and won first place and got praise for it. So let's talk about it, man. We finna talk about this situation about, oops, wrong person. The young lady here coming out of California. Her name, I don't know her name right now. Okay, her name is Clara Adams. You know what I'm saying? She was a rising star in the high school track team in California. And they disqualified her from the state championships all because of a celebration. So, with that happening, it sparked an uproar with the community about them letting this trans athlete slide, performing and competing against women, knowing they are trans. You feel me? So I'm gonna read a little bit of the article. Everything that I do and use is under the other fair use, man. So we're gonna check out this video, man. Several videos we're gonna check out. Shout out to the brother around the association for the first video we're going to check out today. But we're going to check out the news article from Fox News about the uproar about the trans athlete also. So we're going to check this out first. Y'all know what it is with that. We ain't got time for commercials. We don't do that. So
controversy in California over a transgender athlete competing with girls in the state's high school track and field championships. President Trump is threatening federal funding for the issue for the Golden State. Christina Coleman is in Los Angeles with the latest. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Rich. Transgender student AB Hernandez is competing in the long jump, triple jump, and high jump in the finals this weekend. And last night, in the preliminary competition, Hernandez qualified first in two of the events and second in another. Now, the fact that this transgender student is competing in the girls' track finals has sparked a ton of backlash and heated debate. The DOJ announced a Title IX investigation into the school district, California, and the CIF, the state's high school governing sports body, over this matter. And President Donald Trump also threatened to withhold federal funding from California if the state does not follow his executive order aimed at protecting opportunities for women and girls to compete safely and fairly in sports. And in a few last-minute rule changes following all this national attention, the CIF announced it will now allow any biological girl who loses out on a medal at the championships because of a transgender athlete's participation to still be awarded that medal anyway, alongside the transgender athlete. Meantime, Governor Gavin Newsom is still getting criticized by trans activists for making the following comments on his podcast.
I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. It is an issue of fairness.
So
it's deeply unfair.
Would you speak out against this young man, AB Hernandez, who right now is going to win the state championship in the long jump? I can see you wrestling with it.
No, I'm not wrestling. I'm not wrestling with the fairness issue. I totally agree with you.
But critics of how Newsom has responded to this situation say this is just lip service.
his words say one thing, his actions say another. He may say it's unfair, but the fact that today there's a biological male that is competing in the state championship for CIF in the track and field, and the governor's not doing anything about it, his actions don't match his words.
The finals will continue later this evening, and some city officials will hold a press conference on all of this within the next hour, and we will continue to monitor it all. Rich?
Christina Coleman live for us today. Christina, thank you.
So, yeah, that was the small clip of the trans person and the outrage. Now, it may look like I'm jumping off topic, but I'm not. I'm staying right there with it. I'm bringing all this up because the young lady got disqualified for a celebration. I've been trying to find that celebration for the longest. I can't find what she did. But whatever she did, it didn't deserve her to get disqualified. As the article says, sophomore Clara Adams of North Salinas High School finished in second place in the prelims and came off the starting line quickly in the finals and ran her way to a first place finish, so she thought. Adams celebrated with her father after winning the race. She took a fire extinguisher from her father and sprayed her shoes with it, alluding to her being on fire. The Monterey Herald reported Clara's father, David, said the celebration was done away from opponents. She wasn't disrespecting anyone, he told the outlet. And that's all I'm going to read from that statement. We finna go and check out the video, man, from the brother Around the Association. Shout out to Around the Association for the video, man. He gave out a great analysis about this whole situation. Miss Clara Adams and the trans person in question, AB Hernandez. So we finna get into this video. Let's get it.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We got to get into this as the California State High School Track and Field Championships has caused a lot of controversy over the last few days. We're going to get right into this story, man, because I don't think it's right, and I think a lot of you will agree with me on this. Now, it says a runner competing in the California State High School Track and Field Championships had her title stripped away from her after she celebrated in a way the governing body deemed disrespectful. Clara Adams, a sophomore at North Salinas High School, was competing in the 400-meter finals for the state title. After finishing second in the preliminary heat, she crossed the line and first to take the gold for her own. Adams celebrated by running over to her father after the race had ended. When he produced a fire extinguisher, she grabbed the extinguisher from her father and sprayed her shoes with it as if to say they were on fire. Adams' father, David, told the Herald that the celebration took place away from her competitors and added she wasn't disrespecting anyone, but the California Interscholastic Federation decided that this celebration was unsportsmanlike and stripped Adams of her championship. Not only that, but she was disqualified from the meet as a whole, denying her the chance to race in a 200-meter event later.
That's messed
I don't
up.
know what's going on. I don't know what's going through my head right now, Clara told the Herald. I'm disappointed and I feel robbed. I am in shock. They yelled at me and told me, "We're not letting you on the podium." They took my moment away from me. David told the outlet that they were on the other side of the wall from the track. We have protested the decision I feel was racially motivated.
It was.
As Adams is black. This is what Adams' coach said, about the race. Called it very unfortunate, said that Clara ran an incredible 400 and is the fastest 400-meter girl in the state. She was trying to have some fun at the finish line after the 400. It was interpreted as unsportsmanlike. What an incredible season and run. It's unfortunate. She crossed the line with a 52.24 seconds, just 100th slower than her state leading time she achieved just last week. And the reason this was controversial is because this came at the same state championship, right, in California, where a trans woman athlete was allowed to compete in events. Now let's get into AB Hernandez. Now, AB Hernandez, who identifies as a trans female, claimed gold in the high jump and triple high jump at the California Interscholastic Federation State Finals. A 17-year-old who was flanked by an entourage of officials as she and her mother were escorted into the stadium triggered a fresh wave of outrage from protesters and parents as she stormed to victory under a new rule change. Claimed tied first place in the varsity high jump final, sharing the spot atop the podium with female competitors Leilani L'Oreal. I want to make sure I say her name right. Leilani L'Oreal and Jillian Wetterland. The trio cleared the 5-7 mark to split the gold medal 3 ways, and Julia Tevin took third place, right? She later wrapped up the night with another first place finish, this time in the triple jump. She again shared the top spot with Kyra Gant Hatcher, who trailed by just over a half meter. And so when you look at Adams being penalized for her celebration, when I read the fine print, it says a celebration deemed disrespectful to her opponents.
Yep.
To me, it sounds like it's some gray area, and sound like she took extra steps to ensure, because I'm gonna show y'all right now. She was walking away from her competitors after the race. You can see that they're going one way. She goes a good 20 yards away from them, 20, 30 yards away from them, back in the opposite direction that the race was taking place, you know, in that final stretch to retrieve the fire extinguisher from her father. And so, you know, she wanted to spray her shoes. This isn't something we haven't seen before. We've seen this celebration in track and field before.
Yep, my boy Maurice did.
You know, I guess that was her measure to make sure she wasn't showing up the opponent. And they deemed it disrespectful even yet still. But, you know, you have AB Hernandez, who's biologically a male. And I wouldn't even say dominating the females because, you know, Hernandez shared first place with some people that were born female, right?
Yep.
But to even be there and them have to share that moment, I would like to see it done differently. To be honest with you, I think just the advantage that Hernandez has biologically over them.
Exactly. A high disadvantage. Like, come on, man. We all know a female's makeup ain't the same as a male's makeup. That's just the truth. The way we are made and created is not the same as a female. We are stronger than a woman. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. The weakest man is stronger than the average woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be honest. So for them to allow this trans woman athlete to perform in women's track and field like ain't nothing wrong with it, while the young black girl gets disqualified for a old celebration, it shows you the hypocrisy that you see in America, regardless of how anyone feels about this situation. You know what I'm saying? And you can look in my face in true disgust like, what the hell really going on? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. This is exactly how I feel.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Straight up. It's crazy. It don't make sense, man. Let's get back to the video.
It's not fair. It's not fair for AB Hernandez to come in and compete against biological females, and especially, you know, high jumping and stuff like that is ridiculous, right? So this, looking at this being the same championships, you prioritize what you deem as a celebration showing up the opponent over biology, you know, and for me, I know some people may not like what I'm saying, but I'm just going to say it the way I feel it and feel it the way I say it. You know, I just can't fathom how this is remotely fair. Clara and them have protested, and my issue with this is Clara, she's building a resume This is the type of young female who will end up in the Olympics, running the 400 or something like that, down the road. Only a sophomore and is the state record holder in a big state like California. She is the record holder already. So what do we know? We know she'll have a scholarship to USC, UCLA,
any of them,
and every school in between in that state, because she's the cream of the crop. Even if they deemed it, disrespectful, right? You don't take that moment away from that kid at that time.
Exactly, man. And I'm going to say this here, bro. And what I'm about to say, some people may get mad, but I don't care. I say how I say and I feel how I feel. Y'all want to say that her celebration was disrespectful to the other opponents. Let's say it was disrespectful. Okay. I give you that, whatever. But whatever she did as a celebration would never be as disrespectful as y'all allowing a biological male who changed themselves into a woman perform in women's sports like it's okay. That is the ultimate disrespect, if you ask me. Ain't no telling how long them young girls train their butts off to get to whatever caliber they trying to get to. All of a sudden, here y'all go allowing a trans athlete to perform in women's sports, knowing they gonna end up winning everything anyway. It ain't fair. It's an unfair advantage. I don't see WNBA females trying to play with NBA men. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them trying to put the WNBA and the NBA together. They keeping everything how it's supposed to be. Because ain't no woman gonna be better than a man on certain aspects. And again, I'm not trying to make it no sexist thing. I'm just going off biology. Let's get back to the rest of the video.
Because obviously there's some gray area in what is deemed showing up the opponent. If you lay that out in black and white, if you say no props on the field to disrespect the opponent, cool. Then if you grab a prop, then you are susceptible to whatever comes that way. But if it's just a gray area like, don't show up your opponents, have good sportsmanship, well, then you leave that open for interpretation. And so you got to lay it out better in black and white. But if you got somebody like AB Hernandez out there on the field, the kid should be able to do whatever she wants. At the very least, it was all girls in that competition and they were competing. You took her opportunity away to win the 200. So now the history books is going to be inaccurate because by all accounts, this young lady was about to clean up on both of them. And you take that opportunity away from her. She won't be able to do that again in her sophomore year. And she'll never be able to repeat that again. But in people's mind, they already know who really won. So why are you stripping her from that title? You going to get it to the second place person when we got video that she won? I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of the AB Hernandez thing. And then, this is the hill we die on, sportsmanship, right? And not sportsmanship in a way where she walked up and pulled a girl by the hair or cussed her out in her face and said, I told you, nothing like that. No, let me just go over here, spray my shoes off, something that we've seen bigger track stars do. And by the way, let me do it away from everyone where they don't have to see it. I mean, if they see it, they see it from a distance, but I'm not doing it right in the midst of them.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, man, I have an issue with this, and I want to bring this to you, to your attention, and I want to know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the brother around the association for the video, man. I had to let the full video play, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to him. That was a solid video, for real, for real. But let me say this before I get up out of here, man. Like, again, I have nothing against AB Hernandez. You know, I don't care about what they is or who they is. You did, but the truth is the truth. The young black girl, Clara Adams, get disqualified over a celebration. And she didn't do it in front of nobody. But yet she gets disqualified. Meanwhile, you got this biological male who is a trans athlete performing in women's track and field, doing the long jumps and stuff, winning gold. Of course they gonna win. Of course of course AB Hernandez is going to win because of what he is. Like, it ain't no damn secret, bruh. All I'm saying is be fair. Alright. If you accept the AB Hernandez shit, y'all don't need to care about Clara Adams and what she did. But since y'all disqualify her because of the celebration, old boy need to get disqualified because he a biological male performing in female sports. Straight up. The same energy need to be reciprocated. Like I said earlier, I don't see the NBA or the WNBA trying to have co-ed sports. I don't see the WNBA players trying to go against the NBA players. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to do that stuff. Or I don't see the NBA trying to accept transgender players neither. So all I'm saying is keep everything like it's supposed to be, bro. Keep everything like it's supposed to be. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, man, that's your boy AJ. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother around the association for the video. I will get back to you in the next video. If you like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Deep Thought for sure, for sure. Peace. One love.